Welcome everybody. It's Friday. Welcome. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency taxes. It's the tax season, comes every single year. And if you are in cryptocurrency investing and you are buying and selling, you ought to be paying your taxes if you're making profits. What's up, YouTube community? Welcome to Invest Desk. This is your #1 channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news, forecasts. My name is Syed, and we are going to take a look at in this video about top 5 cryptocurrency software. That's right up here. Yes, the top 5. I'm going to demonstrate each one of them, and also I'll show you how easy it is, how you can do your crypto taxes within minutes, so you don't have to, run through a CPA or whatever it is. So it's just easy. So we'll take a look at the top 5 crypto tax software. And this is important because, of course, if you're buying and selling, you're making some money, right? Profits. You better be prepared for your taxes every single year. There's certain caveats that I'll unpick in this video. So by the end of this live stream, you should be pretty comfortable. And of course, you can pick and choose whichever suits you better, whichever software is best suited for you. So welcome once again. Let me go ahead and dive right into the top 5 crypto tax software right after this. All right, welcome. But of course, first things first. Absolutely, you bet. We must take a look at our Dogecoin. What's going on? Before I dive into the top 5, just quickly for half a minute. All right, I promise, half a minute. I'm going to talk about Dogecoin quickly, and then we'll jump into the top 5 crypto tax software. I have everything ready for you. All right, so I'm going to check the chat here. So welcome everyone. So if you're just joining in, thanks so much. Appreciate it. It's Friday. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and of course the bell notification so that you get notified every single time. All right, so we're going to be talking about the top 5 crypto tax software. But first, Dogecoin is performing well. It's at 0.058, 71000. Not too bad, not too bad. The technicals still show that it is a buy. All right, that's about Dogecoin. We'll come back to it once we are towards the end. So hope everyone is doing well. It's Friday. Welcome back to the channel. Let's navigate to our cryptocurrency taxes. So this is one of the first ones that I want to talk about. This is called the token tax. But before I actually dive into the actual taxes or the softwares, just a few basics. For those of you who are new to cryptocurrency investing, it'll be helpful for you to know that with so many, of course, investors entering the crypto market within the last year or so, that means dealing with new asset classes on their taxes, and you don't know which forms to fill, you don't know what to do, where to go. Which IRS forms are applicable, right? So in this video, I'm going to unpick everything that you need to know about cryptocurrency taxes. And even for seasoned investors, by the way, like ourselves or many others, the regulatory landscape changes, right? All the time. So I'll try to highlight those areas as well. Because the Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, right? The famous IRS, they want to know everything. They want to know everything about what you do. They want to know everything about what you make and profits. And regarding cryptocurrency, They would like to know each and every transaction. Yeah, go figure. They want to know when you bought it, when you sold it, date, time, and everything. So here's, of course, where things get a little complex because you have to keep track of every transaction. Well, that's pretty tough, isn't it, right? Because if you have, let's say, 4 accounts, or you're trading on 4 exchanges, and you have a portfolio of maybe 3, 5, 10, or even more assets, it becomes very challenging. I recently did a community post on this YouTube channel, right, Invest Desk YouTube channel, and I asked the question, how many assets do you basically hold, cryptocurrencies do you hold? So majority of the people here on this channel, they replied about 2 to 4, right, somewhere less than 5, I should say. But still, each exchange or each crypto needs to be properly documented. So either you're working in an Excel spreadsheet, trying to figure out your transactions, because come what may, time passes and you forget what the transactions are, and sometimes things get delayed and so on. So in this video, I'm going to unpick all of these taxes, all of the areas, and I will also talk about and also demonstrate and show you not only how easy it is, but the best management strategy of maintaining your taxes, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, so let me see if I can get some comments here. Welcome, John. Appreciate you joining. We'll give a couple more minutes as more people join. Thank you so much. It's Friday, of course, and almost a weekend. But hey, we're working remotely, right? I'm working remotely, so I don't know. Every day it seems to be Friday to me, right? I'm just kidding. Anyways, all right. So I'm going to talk about the first tax, because this is one of the topics that I've been talking about for the last week or so that I'll be covering, and today is the day. We are going to be talking about cryptocurrency taxes. If you already do those, perfect. Let me know in comments if you already are using a certain software to file your taxes. But I'm going to talk about the top 5 cryptocurrency taxes that you can use, the software that you can use to file your cryptocurrency tax. So it's not that bad. It's actually easy once you get the hang of it. So I'll show you several of them, but then of course you can pick on your own. All right, so the first one here is the token tax. What it does is simply calculates the crypto taxes and also files your return. Now there are 2 aspects to crypto taxes. One is just calculating your taxes. How many times you bought and sold Bitcoin, how many times you bought and sold Dogecoin, Cardano, whatever asset that you're selling and buying, or whatever stock that you're selling and buying, you need to be recording your transactions. So there are 2 aspects to crypto taxes. First, you need to calculate the crypto taxes, and then of course then file your return. And both go hand in hand. Of course, there are many services out there, like TurboTax is pretty popular. We use it, and that's easy to use, and they are very, very helpful. They have grown tremendously for the last many years. So this is the first one that I want to talk about. This is token tax. And by the way, just to set the record straight, I'm not affiliated with any of these guys. This is just my own research, and then I present my research to you. So I have no interest in any of these, vested interest in any of these softwares that I'm going to talk about. But token tax allows you to not only calculate your crypto, but also files your return for you. So that's 2 in 1, right? That's a good thing. And of course, what they do is they also provide cryptocurrency and DeFi accounting. In other words, they will actually balance your books for you. So let's click on how it works so you know exactly what happens. So they automatically calculate your crypto taxes, and then they generate your crypto tax forms. By the way, all softwares do this, okay? All software, they would have to do this. That's what the service they're providing, instead of you manually maintaining these transactions. So let me know if you actually are into filing taxes at this point in time or not, or you're thinking about doing so. So yeah, put some comments in if you're just joining in. So we're talking about the top 5 crypto tax software. I know it's not one of the hot topics, guys. I know it's not a hot topic. but this is something essential, okay, especially when you're dealing with multiple portfolios, multiple assets, different cryptocurrencies, something to think about. So token tax is one of them that does help you not only calculate but also file your taxes for you. The next one is Bitcoin taxes. That's another one that you may want to take a look at. They also help you with all of your transactions. They keep track of all the addresses. They link up with your wallet. And I'm going to talk about wallets. Think about wallets. Talk about wallets, right? I mentioned that I'm going to be talking about that. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be covering everything that you need to know about wallets along with our weekly analysis. So I'm super looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow is when we take a look at what happened last week with Dogecoin. Remember, that is what we do every week. We keep track of our portfolios. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. So Bitcoin taxes is also one of the softwares that you can use, and they have the ability to import trades from any of these exchanges like Binance, Bitflyer, Bittrex, BlockFi, Cash App, you name it. So they have a list of all these exchanges that they can connect to and pull your transactions from these exchanges. So for example, if you're using Binance to buy and sell Dogecoin, and they'll be able to pull the entire record from Binance, you would of course have to authorize Binance and authorize Bitcoin taxes to be able to pull data from Binance. Once they pull it, they would be able to generate a report and give that report to you. Now, once again, that's the first part. Once you get that report, then you have to file your taxes with the IRS if you are in the US. And primarily, of course, I'm talking about us in the US. So you can definitely link up with any of these exchanges that Bitcoin.tax offers. So the first one was, of course, I covered already, and this is the second one. The third one is Coinly. This is also a powerful software. Coinly calculates the cryptocurrency taxes and helps you reduce them for the next year. So they give you an added service. How they reduce it, I don't know. I've not used Coinly, but it seems pretty powerful. I've gone through some of the frequently asked questions on this. And then, of course, I also have the CryptoTrader.tax. This is by CoinLedger. You can do crypto taxes done in minutes. Same thing. It's the simplest and most reliable crypto tax software and calculator. So it calculates all of your transactions and tells you your gains and losses, right? And of course, at the end of the day, you'll have to calculate the profits, and then you have to pay taxes. I'm also going to be talking about the tax rates and what you have to pay if you earn a certain amount of profit. But this is CryptoTrader.tax. Some of these softwares, by the way, are free to certain transactions, maybe 5 or 10 transactions. So if you're just starting off and you're doing a few transactions, you may want to avail the free version. For example, if I click on the pricing of CryptoTrader.tax, this one is not free. But if I go to, for example, token tax and check out the pricing for crypto only, this is also not free. Let's see if Bitcoin tax is free. They have an option here somewhere. Oh, where did I see? This one's not free either. Coinly. Hopefully they will be able to. I saw somewhere one of them offered a free option where if you have limited trades, you can simply sign in and then work with it. So let's see if Coinly offers a free version. Yes, they do. So if you are opting to use this particular software to do your crypto taxes, they have, of course, a 0 free forever, and they have 10,000 transactions. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad, especially if you're just a beginner cryptocurrency investor. Coinly would do, because they allow you to have 10,000 transactions for a $0 fee. You can also track your portfolios, capital gains preview, DeFi, margin trades, futures, avalanche trades. But what they do not do is they do not help you generate the Form 8949 Schedule D. I'm going to talk about this. This is the IRS form. You need to fill out these forms and file your taxes. So the free version does not allow you to have this option, right? You can also, or you cannot export to TurboTax either. So if you're using TurboTax to file your returns every year, the free version of Coinly would not allow you to export this particular data to TurboTax, which defeats the purpose anyways, right? Why would you just want to calculate and not file, right? You have to file anyways. So, but in any case, if you're new, this is a good start. It's a free option, but of course the paid ones have all of the other options that you can use. All right, so this is Coinly. Let's take a look at the next one, which is Crypto Trader. I talked about that. And I'm also going to talk about the fifth one, the top 5 cryptocurrency tax software. This one's accounting.com. This one is my personal favorite. It's not bad because I was able to just successfully add my wallet to it, connect my wallet, it pulls all the data and generate the report, gives you all the transactions. You can take those transactions, put it in TurboTax, and boom, that's it. Just a matter of minutes. So it's not that difficult. But you need to be, of course, aware of different forms that you need to, of course, file with your returns. And typically, services like TurboTax, they help you with that anyways, right? They also have the option to choose a CPA, which is a certified public accountant at TurboTax. You can do that. So you can have live one-to-one discussion with a CPA before you file your taxes. So taxes have become pretty easy these days. I remember those days, back in those days when we manually had to do it, guys. There was no software. There was no internet in the early 90s, right? So when I was doing taxes or my own taxes during those days, it was all paper-based. And let me tell you, that was something. That was something. The entire first quarter of the year, like Jan, Feb, March, April is the deadline, right? So before that, we were just like sitting and doing our taxes. And of course, mistakes are bound to happen. But today, right now, it's much easier than you even think. It's just a matter of minutes. You sign up to accounting.com or any other software that you like that I'm talking about, the top 5. And then, of course, you pull your data, you pull all your transactions, import them into TurboTax. It generates the form 4 or 8949, and then boom, you're done. That's it. So that's really the simple process of filing your taxes. So anytime you're selling, cryptocurrency for fiat, US dollar, or any other currency, that's capital gains, events involving cryptocurrencies. So if you're using cryptocurrency to purchase goods and services, that's still capital gains tax you need to be aware of. Trading or swapping one crypto asset for another, all these actions are taxable. So you need to be aware, right? So every time you're making a profit, so think about this. Every time you're making a profit, you need to worry about taxes, right? You need to keep track of your transactions. So if you stay organized, it'll be much, much easier for you to take all this data at the end of the year and just simply file in a matter of minutes. Otherwise, of course, then you have to dig in, go back into history and try to figure out all these transactions, because IRS, of course, we know that they have cross-reporting mechanisms. So even if you miss something, they would still find out. And that's really, of course, then you get into audits and all that. So you don't want to get there. You want to make sure that you stay on top of your cryptocurrency transactions, your profits, your losses, and then be able to file. And that's really what it is. So if you want to go check that out, just do virtual currencies, Google IRS virtual currencies, and they will tell you that this is actually an asset. So they treat cryptocurrency as an asset class for you, right? So you have to pay taxes on that. And that's really what this is. So let's say you bought, $20 worth of Bitcoin and you held it, and Bitcoin went up all the way to 200. So from $20, Bitcoin went to 200. Now you use Bitcoin to buy $200 worth of groceries or whatever it is that you want to buy. You would basically be owing capital gains taxes on $180 in profit. You realize, because you had 20, the price went up to 200, you bought something for 200, you need to pay taxes on $180 because that's the profit. You realize, even though it seems as if you spent the Bitcoin rather than sold it, right? But for the Internal Revenue Service, guys, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you spend it, doesn't matter if you sell it. If you made a profit, you need to pay your capital gains taxes. But capital gains, you could also have a loss too, by the way. Bitcoin could also go down, right? So here's some good news for crypto taxes. You only owe taxes if you spend or sell and realize a profit. So for example, if you sell or spend your crypto, Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever it is, at a loss, then you do not owe any taxes on that transaction. So that's good. For example, if you bought 10,000 in Bitcoin and sold it for 13,000, right? So your taxable gain would be 3,000, straightforward. But if you sold the same Bitcoin for 7,000, which is of course less than 10,000, you would owe nothing in taxes, and could even use part of your 3,000 in Bitcoin losses to offset other investment gains. All right, so you get that benefit too. So keep that in mind when you're working with your cryptocurrency taxes. One of the most important takeaways here, guys, is that you need to either, if you're doing it manually, if you're not using any of these softwares, if you're doing it manually, then make sure you keep track of each and every transaction, date, time, amount, profit or loss, right? Just create an Excel spreadsheet. That's what you're using. But if you're using any of these softwares, they would just pull the data through the API from the exchange, generate a report for you. You take that report, throw it into TurboTax, and that's it. Boom, it's done. So it's your choice depending on how you've set it up. Let me know in comments, by the way, how you set up your taxes, whether you use some of these online services or you don't, or you do it manually. So yeah, welcome, by the way. Let me check some quick comments here. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you joining. We're talking about the cryptocurrency taxes, the top 5 crypto tax software. Space D, welcome. Stocks and cryptocurrency, thank you. You're most welcome. Appreciate it. Just wanted to get this out of the way because, of course, this is also an important part of our crypto investing journey, guys, right? So we can't really ignore the taxes. I know it's boring. It's boring. We're not talking about, money going up, prices go down, right? We do that every single day. So just a bit different today. It's Friday, so we're chilling also, right? We're just, hanging in there today. So this is a good day to talk about taxes and how to do it. It's actually very easy, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm demonstrating all these different 5 different kinds of software that you can use. But this is primarily, yes, good question. Thanks for the comment here by Space D. Or is it just for US citizens only? Yes, the softwares I'm showing is just for US because you have to report to the Internal Revenue Service. However, there's good news. Most of these softwares, they also deal with other currencies. So for example, if you are in Canada, if you are in London or Europe somewhere, or Australia, whatever you are, they would also help you localize your reports, right? So the idea is that basically you need all the transactions. So depending on your own local laws, you can definitely work with it. So they connect in multiple currencies as well. So that's good. So these softwares are not just for US, but also you can use them for other currencies. Just check their frequently asked questions, and they would tell you exactly whether these things are accepted in Canada, for example. So yeah, let's check this out. Let's continue on to the next one. So I talked about the first, which is crypto, which is token tax, by the way, and that's the first one. Then Bitcoin taxes, Coinly, Crypto Trader, and then Accounting, right? All these 5 that I find useful. So these are helpful. So welcome to Invest Desk, by the way. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button, guys, and of course hit the bell notifications so you get notified every single time we're actually working with it. All right, so we're talking about, there was a question, there was a comment about filing in Canada. So what happens if you're in a different country, for example? So Space D, thanks for the comment. If you navigate to token tax, I think they allow you to file crypto taxes in Canada. That's what it is. So let me see if I can find the link and get that link out to you, so it'll be helpful for you to take a look at. Here it is. So check this out. It's tokentax.co, guides crypto tax in Canada. So I hope this helps. All right, so we're talking about crypto taxes. It's Friday. We're also chilling, talking about things. We're going to be talking about Dogecoin too. Dogecoin is doing pretty well because that's our baby. That's why we're here, guys, right? It's Dogecoin day also, and it's the end of the week. Tomorrow we do a full recap, like always, a full weekly recap, and we compare the highs and the lows and the average costs and what we could have bought and should have bought and all these different scenarios. We do that tomorrow, all right? So make sure you tune in tomorrow. But today, just wanted to highlight the crypto taxes and filing your returns. And this is of course important. You can't miss it, especially if you're earning or you're making profits in your trades. So the number of softwares that I just talked about, the first one is Token Tax. They also have the ability to be able to handle different countries, right? Different currencies as well. Similarly, Bitcoin taxes. Then we talked about the Coinly, CryptoTrader.tax, and then Accounting, which is not too bad because it allows you to successfully even connect your wallet, pulls your data, and then it gives you the list of all the transactions. You take those transactions, give it to your, accountant or online TurboTax or whichever software you use to file your taxes. It will just import, the CSV file with all the transactions, and it will generate the form and take care of your taxes. It's really not that difficult, but to understand the process is what is important. All right, so we're talking about the taxes, guys. Appreciate you joining. I know it's Friday. And do I owe taxes on cryptocurrencies? One of the common questions out there, whether you owe taxes, it depends on how you got and how you use it. So for example, if you're mining cryptocurrency, is when you use computers to solve these algorithms, the computer equations, and record data on the blockchain. So in exchange for this work, of course, you may receive some payment in new crypto tokens, right? For example, if you mine Dogecoin, you get a block of 10,000. You owe taxes on the entire value of cryptocurrency you've obtained by mining, right? So yeah, if you mine, you earn, because that's your money you're earning. Whether you're earning in Dogecoin, whether you're earning in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, whatever it is, you need to pay taxes. Next set of common questions. Did you get crypto as a reward or an airdrop, right? So if you receive cryptocurrency through a marketing promotion or an airdrop, it counts as taxable income, guys. So keep that in mind. These are very, very important to understand. So if you gift a Dogecoin to someone or you airdrop, it is taxable. Did you receive payment for goods or services in cryptocurrency? So for example, if someone pays you crypto for your goods, or you provide services to that individual and you earn money in crypto, the entire payment counts as taxable income, just as if they paid you in cash, right? That's income for you. So unlike a cash payment, for example, your client or your customer might also owe income taxes for their crypto, provides them with a greater value than they paid for it. So keep that in mind when you're receiving goods or services in cryptocurrency. All right, next common question is, did you sell cryptocurrency to realize an investment gain? So if you sell for more than what you paid for it, in other words, you make profit, you would owe tax on the gain, right? And that's capital gains tax. And of course, next question is, do you convert or exchange one crypto for another? What happens when you do that? Do you still owe taxes on that? So basically, when you convert or exchange crypto, swapping like Bitcoin for Ethereum and Ethereum for Cardano, or Cardano for Bitcoin, or Dogecoin for Ethereum, or whatever it is that you're doing, right? For example, so you owe taxes on any gains you earn in that transaction. Think about it. So it gets pretty complex, guys, right? So let's say you have, Ethereum and you want to buy Dogecoin, and from Dogecoin you want to buy Bitcoin or whatever it is. You need to keep track of whatever, if there's a gain or not, or a loss. Either way, you need to keep track of it. So for example, let me give an example here. If you purchase, let's say, I'll keep it simple, $400 worth of Bitcoin, and you use it to buy, let's say, $1,000 worth of Ethereum, you would owe taxes on 600 because that's the gain that you realize profit, even though you're just exchanging one crypto for another. So that's wild, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Even if you're exchanging crypto for others, you need to make sure that you keep track of all these areas. All right, anything that you gain, it's important. All right, let me check some comments. Welcome, Al Keithley. Thanks for the informative content. You're most welcome. Thank you for being on this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the bell notification. And it's Friday, guys. So I'm talking about these crypto taxes because this is an essential part of our crypto investing journey, isn't it, right? It has to be done, whether it's once a year, but still, it's... So I'm not going to, of course, talk about it every single time. This is it. So I'm going to give you these top 5, tax software in the tax season. So, and this is the tax season. It will help you. So appreciate your feedback, appreciate your comments, and of course, smash that like button. All right. Angel, welcome. Let's go Dogecoin. You bet. We just covered Dogecoin. Let me bring that up because someone says Dogecoin and I must bring this up. There we go. 0.058. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. We'll take it. We'll take it. So hopefully over the weekend, as we've been talking about for the last several weeks, or especially for the last few days, technically it's a buy, right? It's a strong buy. If you recall, check out the streams a couple of days ago talking about buying Dogecoin. The price was at 0.056 a couple of days ago, 0.056, 0.057, even 0.055, 5.5 cents. Not bad. Let's check up some technicals of Dogecoins. I know it's diverting a little bit here, but hey, I got to do it. It is a buy. In summary for day, right? This is a 1-day summary. And of course, moving averages, strong buy, but the oscillators are a sell. In other words, 1 sell, 1 buy, and 9 are neutral. Here are all the indicators. Pretty much all the averages, the EMA, SMAs are indicating a buy for Dogecoin. So 0.058, not bad. Almost at almost at 6 cents. So seems like slow and steady winning the race. That's how it is. And yesterday, by the way, if you missed the yesterday stream, extremely important. We had a lot of people join in yesterday. We talked about the Rosetta API for Coinbase. So Dogecoin is going to be listed on Coinbase, but Coinbase wants Dogecoin to, or as a requirement, right, use the Rosetta API. So Dogecoin developers have started to work on it, and they're asking help for other developers. And of course, people are pouring in. These developers are pouring in to get this API created so that Dogecoin can be on Coinbase. And of course, Elon Musk is also pushing Dogecoin. So that's going to be a big news if that happens. And it's going to happen fairly soon, which is definitely going to drive the price up. All right, so let's get back to our crypto taxes here. That's today's topic. And of course, we cannot forget Dogecoin. So thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate it. Here's Coinly, by the way. You can also use Coinly to do your crypto reports for all of these revenue services. So if you're in Canada, for example, Coinly.io would be able to help you in Canada, right? Canada Revenue Agency. If you are in, let's say, a different country, whether it's Spain, Brazil, or the United States, check it out. They have a whole list here. You can see it on the screen. So whichever country you are in, they would help you use that. All right, check some comments. Welcome, guys. We're talking about the top 5 crypto tax software. Jeremiah, Santiago, thank you. Great information. You're most welcome. I wanted to cover this because this is, again, like I say, it's part of our investing journey, guys. So it has to be done. So I want to make sure that you get the top 5 crypto tax software, and then of course you can choose. And if you're already doing it, let me know. Put it in comments if you're using something. If you're doing it manually, you need to keep track of all these transactions, buying and selling. So that's exactly what it is. All right, so if you buy, by the way, something and you do not sell, that's cool. In other words, if you're hodling, that's it. You don't have to pay taxes, guys. Keep that in mind. There are no taxes if you're buying and you're holding, right? So no taxes at all. Only when you make a profit. Only when you exchange one crypto with the other crypto and there's a profit or a loss, you need to report that, right? That's straightforward and simple. All right. So which one would you say is the best? Can you rate them? Yes. My personal best among these 5, definitely Spacey. I think I mentioned this earlier, is this accounting, because what this does, it allows me to directly connect my wallet. And I just did a test wallet here, and you see it on the screen. It's just straightforward, just a couple of clicks and that's it. So once your wallet is connected, what it does, it pulls all the data from Binance or from other exchanges, for example, Coinbase, and you would be able to see all your transaction. It generates the report, and then you can take the report and pay your taxes. So, for example, I can click on this report, and it will give me that report. So they're calculating the taxable gains, and they will just you walk through it, and it will just simply do this for you. So it's straightforward. It's easy to use. But if you are if you need, of course, your own selves, you can check out based on your own country, wherever you are. Of course, you need to make sure that they support it. So accounting is relatively simple. So if you're a new user, it's easier. And by the way, some of these are free. Some are, most are, you have to pay for their services. But some of these top 5, they offer free accounts. So you can open up an account with them. It's free up to, let's say, 10,000 transactions. I think it was Coinly who offers transactions free account up to 10,000. Let's check it out. Yes, that is correct. So for example, at Coinly, you can open up an account, just pick the free essential features. It's free forever, by the way, and here are the transactions. So up to 10,000 transactions, it's free. So if you're just, buying and selling, but your transactions are less than 10,000, it's free. It will do that for you, right? It also tracks the portfolio for you, capital gains preview you can take a look at, DeFi margins, futures, and avalanche trades. But what it does not do, the free version does not do, it does not provide you the necessary forms, the tax forms by the IRS like 8949 or the international tax report. It does not provide you those. Comprehensive audit is not provided. Export to TurboTax or Tax Act is not provided, right? So of course it's free. That's why it's free. But if you buy the paid versions, you get everything, and that's really what it is. So like other features are also provided, like mining, staking, lending, forex, transfer matching, exchange and transaction fee tracking. It does that for you. 6,000 plus cryptocurrencies are accepted at these softwares, and all, by the way, they have these options. Data import, you can exchange API sync, so you can connect to different exchanges and pull those data. CSV file import, if you're doing it manually, by the way, it will also import the file. ETH address auto sync, BitMEX, and all these other options for data import. Error reconciliation, auto balance verification, negative balances, cost analysis, right? So these are very, very helpful. Again, detailed software, very easy to use, by the way. They're not that difficult, right? Just in minutes you could do that. Once you set all this up, once you have these accounts, you make the connection, and that's about it. It'll just generate the report themselves. Straightforward process, but it's important to know what to do, right? And how to do it instead of trying to struggle and maintaining an Excel spreadsheet. So yeah, some check them out. There are some free, some paid. By the way, I'm not affiliated with any of these. I'm just researching my own, and I found many of them. I just picked 5, the ones that I feel would benefit you guys. So let me know what you think. Let me check some comments. Welcome, by the way, if you're just joining in, we're talking about the top 5 crypto tax software so that you can benefit. Chi-Town XRP, hey buddy, you made me bullish on Doge. Rosetta API, yeah, I covered that yesterday. Awesome. We definitely covered that yesterday. Excellent. We had a whole bunch of people. It was an excellent session yesterday we had. And Dogecoin is bullish, by the way. We are at 0.058, so not bad. It's going up. It's going up. So hopefully 6 cents over the weekend, maybe moving forward next week, 10 cents. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And thanks to all the subscribers who are subscribing. I appreciate your support, guys. And smash that like button. Certainly appreciate it. Renee Adams, hello, welcome. Appreciate you joining the channel. We're talking about the top 5 crypto tax software. All right, let's see. So just a quick summary one more time. The first one I talked about was the token tax. You want to check it out, make sure it suits your purpose. Then Bitcoin.tax, Coinly.io, we have CryptoTrader.tax, and then Accounting.com. And that's the top 5. Now, if you're in the United States, there's a form after you check up all these transactions, after these softwares generate the reports for you, you'd have to file it with the IRS, right? If you're in the United States. If you're not in the United States, I'm sure you'll have these similar kind of forms in your own country to declare your capital gains. So in the US, for example, the Form 8949, which is the sales and other dispositions of capital assets, records the details of your capital asset, investment, sales, and exchanges. So that's the form you will have to fill out. The good news is that TurboTax is a service, right, that will do it for you. So you don't have to worry about it. Just import from any of these top 5 crypto tax softwares into TurboTax, and boom, that's it. They will do all of this for you. So you don't have to worry about it, okay? They will tell you whether you're going to get a refund or you're going to pay taxes. So that's easy. That's how it is. So that's Form 8949. All right. And here's a small video. I kind of liked it, just 2 minutes, but I found it kind of useful. So I'm going to play it. For example, when to use the IRS Form 8949 for stock sales. Just a 2-minute video. And again, I know it's in the United States, but this may also give you some insight as to wherever you are specifically. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you.
Hello, I'm Jill from TurboTax with important news for taxpayers who receive a 1099-B because of stock sales. If you sold some stocks this year, you're probably aware that you will need to include some information on your tax return. What you may not realize is that you'll need to report every transaction on an IRS Form 8949 in addition to a Schedule D. And if you sold stocks for less than you paid for them, you need to report those losses too. Otherwise, you'll be passing up opportunities to save some money in tax. Form 8949 tells the IRS all of the details about each stock trade you make during the year, not just the total gain or loss that you report on Schedule D. Form 8949 doesn't change how your stock sales are taxed, but it does require a little more time to get your tax return done, especially if you're more than just a casual investor. There are 2 parts to Form 8949. The first is for your short-term stock sales, and the second part is for your long-term sales. This is important because short-term and long-term sales are taxed at different rates. Your 1099-B should have all of the information that you need to report on the 8949, including whether each stock sale is short or long-term. In case it doesn't, you can figure this out yourself by separating the stocks you own for 1 year or less from those you own for more than 1 year. If you use TurboTax to prepare your return, you can save a lot of time since we figure out all of this for you based on the data you key in from your 1099-B. There are additional pieces of information that your Form 8949 will require, such as the name of the stock, the number of shares you sold, the date of each purchase and sale, the amount you paid for each stock, the amount you sold it for, and all required adjustments to the gains and losses you report. After you list every stock sale for the year, you'll be able to calculate your total gain or loss to report on Schedule D. When you file with TurboTax, you don't need to know a thing about stocks or tax forms. We'll ask you simple questions about your 1099-B and determine the best way to get you the biggest tax refund. For more information about this and
All right, so yeah, it's really just this simple, guys. It's not that complicated, but you just need to know these steps. You need to know the process of how to fill your or do your taxes and make sure you maintain these transactions, and that's really the important aspect moving forward. So let me know if you use the online version of any software or you do it manually. Put it in comments. It's nice to see. So hopefully these are helpful for you guys. If you are just joining the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Appreciate it. We're talking about the top 5 crypto tax software. I know it's Friday, so hey, I just wanted to get this out of the way on a Friday. It's, you know, we're chilling, we're doing pretty okay with our portfolios because Dogecoin is going to the moon, guys, right? It's going to the moon. 0.058. Let me bring that up. Let me bring up Dogecoin's price right here. It's still a buy. Moving average is strong buy. Oscillators sell, right? So let's check out the price, 0.05867. Let's click on the chart. Let's see how we're charting our Dogecoin for today. Quick recap on some of the technical charts and technical analysis. See what's going on. Not too bad, guys. Look at the inclination. Look at how the rise of Dogecoin is. And this is 0.047, 0.048, right about here. You see it on the screen right here. Let me see if I can use some of these to create there we go. So right here, this area is 0.04, and right now we're at 0.058 right here. Check this out. Check out the line. That's what I'm drawing for you guys. That's my art, isn't it? So let me know if you like my art. Anyways, so yeah, definitely. And this was about 2.5 weeks ago, right? So if you were part of this channel 2.5 weeks ago, guys, we were streaming and the price was at 0.048, and a lot of us bought it. You know I bought it because that was the dip we experienced. And look at today, it's at 0.058. So I would take these gains, right? Wouldn't I? Yeah, definitely. So that's exactly what Dogecoin is. Not bad. But primarily, overall, if you look at the average here, you'll notice it's still steady, right? It's consolidating. It's really one of those, it's reaching to a point where it needs to break to the next level, because on a 4-hourly chart, and that's where we are. Yes, we're on a 4-hourly chart. It is going to be breaking up pretty soon to the next level, and we're hoping that it'll jump up to 8 cents or even cross 8 cents. It'll just shoot up to 10 cents and find its new floor. So let me know what you think. Yeah, comment. Let me know. I would like to see your comments as to whether, first let me know whether you bought it at 0.8 cents or somewhere around there, right? Or not. But yeah, even if you did not buy it, you bought it later, it's still pretty okay, because the technical analysis shows that it's still a buy. So let me know what you think. We have to do our Dogecoin analysis, of course, at the end of the day. All right, let's pick up on some comments here. Welcome, Jody. Appreciate it. Can I pay my taxes with Dogecoin? Please, we need to ask them to accept it as a payment. Yeah, that'd be super. One day, let me tell you, Jody, you will be able to do that because every one of us or every person on this planet will be on cryptocurrency one way or the other. Paper is gonna go. Paper is gonna go. Just like fax went away, just like all these CDs went away, just like all these cassettes. Remember those days? Everything changes. We go for the better, right? We go for what solves common day problems, guys. That's the idea behind cryptocurrency. Why is it popular? Because it's on a decentralized network. It's peer-to-peer network. Nobody owns it. It's not regulated, right? Transactions cannot go wrong on the blockchain, right? But in common banking transactions, if you send money to somewhere, there's errors. Sometimes the money doesn't go through. It takes a long time, days to get the money across. Well, here with cryptocurrency, it's just minutes and seconds. It's just a matter of adoption. And the time has come, by the way. Yesterday news, we covered JP Morgan and other grayscale partners there are actually offering cryptocurrency portfolios to their clients. So the adoption is inevitable. It is happening, even with the institutional investors. Companies like Visa, MasterCard, the governments, they're all one form or the other working with getting a digital dollar or using cryptocurrency. Remember last week we talked about, I just remember, the mayor of Miami in the United States. He wants to pay the employees in Bitcoin. Of course, the commissioners committee kind of halted that move. Why? Because the commissioner said, well, let's educate the community first. Once they're educated, then of course we can move into paying in Bitcoin. So yeah, this is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Plus, think about it. All the money that the governments are going to save printing paper. Because to print $1, it costs 5 cents. Check out the stream. I did that last week, a couple of weeks ago even, right? So it costs 5 cents to print $1. And not to mention all these trees we're going to save, right? And the climate effects for not, cutting down these trees to make paper. So it's absolutely just a no-brainer. I'm not sure why because the governments want to regulate, right? And that's really the challenge the governments are facing all across the globe because they want to be, in the picture. And that's exactly what India, for example, that was a couple of days ago I streamed, thinking about banning cryptocurrency rather, right? So they were sending mixed signals. Why? Because they want people to use their own Indian digital rupee. And that makes sense because otherwise people don't need governments, do we, right? If we can transact just on a blockchain, why do we need borders? Why do we need governments? So it's not regulated. No one owns it, right? So that's really the important area of being regulated. And more we see that exchanges like Coinbase, like eToro, both of these are going public, right? In one way or the other. And that's really what it is. All right. So yeah, Jody says, so I was informed that if I make less than 10,000, bet hold a crypto for more than a year, then that would be tax free. Well, if you're holding any crypto asset, at least in the US, and not buying or selling, in other words, you're not making a profit or a loss, there are no taxes. You just hold it and hold it and hold it. The only time you have to pay capital gains is when you actually do some transaction, right? That's really what the key point here is for crypto taxes when you're doing it. And that's what they want you to do anyways, right? So whether you're, or even if you're exchanging crypto, by the way, not just doing taxes, but you're exchanging crypto for another crypto. So let's say you have Bitcoin and you buy Ethereum or you exchange for Ethereum, you will still have to make sure that if you make a profit, you would have to pay taxes on that, right? So these are all these scenarios that you need to think about. And again, I can only talk about the United States, guys. If you're in a different country, please make sure you check up on your local tax laws, or talk to your accountant, or talk to your CPA. But these softwares allow us to transact or make sure they have it in different countries. For example, I know one of them was here, Coinly here. So check this out. They have, they're tied up with the Canada Revenue Agency, the Inland Revenue, and of course the Irish Tax and Customs is also available within the Coinly.io. Crypto tax reports in 20 minutes. That's what they do. They calculate your cryptocurrency taxes, and of course they also help you reduce them for the next year. And they're simple and reliable. That's what they say here. It's available in 20 countries. That's what they list here. And of course you can check them out and go to their frequently asked questions. You can easily import your trades, add your exchange using the API, right? The application programming interface, or a CSV file. This is an Excel format file, and connect your blockchain wallets using public addresses. That's what Coinly allows you to do. So that's not too bad. And it supports 300 exchanges and wallets if you want to see what those are. Let's open them up. So import from anywhere. So all of these exchanges like Coinbase, Binance US, Crypto.com, Kraken, right? All these exchanges you can connect. And that's what Coinly allows you to do. So it's not too bad, right? So you can import from all of these exchanges. So it doesn't matter which exchange you trade on, Coinly would import all of your transactions and then generate a report, give the report to you so you can go and file your taxes. So not only you can import your trades, but also preview your capital gains. Of course, after the report is imported, all the transactions are balanced out, and then you can track your portfolios. Profit and loss, capital gains can also be tracked, and you can see how much you are up or how much you are at a loss. And then once that's done, you can download your tax returns, whether you're filing yourself or using a tax software like TurboTax, for example. Simply let them know that you're using TurboTax online. Boom, the report goes to TurboTax, and there you go. You simply, click a few times at TurboTax and you file your return. So it's easy. It's really a matter of minutes once you get to pick a certain software that you like, it kind of satisfied your requirements, your portfolio, and it also links up to your country. So available in 20 countries. You can check it out. This is helpful. All right, so we're talking about the top 5 crypto software that will help you guys in filing your software. Appreciate you joining the channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button if you're finding this content useful. I know it has to be done. It's taxes, guys. We got to do it. So I just wanted to cover as information that may help you moving forward. All right. So that's really what I wanted to cover. I want to keep it short and sweet. It's Friday. I know a lot of you guys have plans, and hope we're doing well. Tomorrow is very, very important, guys. So make sure you join tomorrow's stream. We're going to be covering the portfolio, the last week's analysis in the Excel spreadsheet, the highs and lows for Dogecoin, and we'll see what percentage of profits we could have or should have made with Dogecoin in the last week, 2 or the last 3 weeks, right? So yeah, make sure you hit the bell notification, guys, so you stay tuned to tomorrow's stream. I'm going to be covering the portfolio analysis. On top of that, I'm also going to be talking about different kinds of wallets. I know this is due. I've been talking about last week that we'll be working with this. So definitely I'll talk about that. So thanks for your support, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, a couple of quick comments before we move forward. Underground, welcome, buddy. Thanks for joining. Space D, something which I don't understand. Let's assume I start with $10,000 and I make 8,000 buys and sells. What matters is the total amount I have at the end. Yeah, it's definitely the losses I mentioned earlier. So if you're transacting at a loss, you can offset that loss with your gains, right? So you don't have to pay taxes on your losses, guys. You can offset that loss. So that's a good thing. That's good news, by the way, right? All right, Jody, one more thing. More likes this channel, the more likely the algorithm of YouTube will show other people that could invest. So like the video people. Well, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, hit the like button, guys. Why not? And subscribe, by the way. Hit the bell notification. This is the #1 channel for cryptocurrency investing. And my job, my goal is to bring you the latest, greatest news, updates, forecasts, so you can make informed decisions for yourself. So I hope these top 5 crypto tax software were useful. Check it out. It's really a matter of minutes when you do it. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that difficult, but you ought to know the process and, of course, the relevant local laws or your tax laws, so you can refer that to your CPA or your chartered accountant or whatever it is. All right, so it's Friday, and we also, of course, need to end this stream. But before I go, a quick analysis on Dogecoin. It's at 0.059. Awesome. This is great. Where's the chart? Here it is. So I want to be able to get rid of this. Check this out, guys. Let me zoom in. So let's select this. There we go. All right, perfect. So Dogecoin is on the rise. It's at 0.059, not too bad. So if this trend continues, which our squeeze momentum indicator also shows the same way, right? It's really, the light green bars are coming up. That means the price is going up. It's 0.059. So hey, if it crosses 6 cents, that calls for a shout out, doesn't it? Or do something when it crossed 6 cents, because it did cross 6 cents a few days back, right? And that was a time when some people sold, right? Because that's how it is. You know, we take our profits whenever we want to, and that's perfectly fine. But personally, I'm holding. That's what I'm doing. It's going to go to 10 cents, it's going to go to $1 and even more, just a matter of time. And this is really quick, by the way. Check this out. The last 3 weeks, look at the trend line right here. Just visually, it's just simple. So Doge is at 0.059 right here. That's what it is, 0.0588, 0.059. It did touch 9, but still, it's on the rise. So the goal, the idea is that it needs to break to the next level, right? And set a new floor. So let me know what you think, that Doge will hit 10 cents, maybe next week, couple of weeks, 3 weeks. Let me know what you think. When will Dogecoin hit 10 cents? So yeah. But yeah, thanks guys. My topic for today is top 5 crypto tax software, but of course I cannot resist talking about Dogecoin, and that's our baby. That's the channel is all about. But today is just crypto taxes. So I hope this was informative. Make sure you hit the like button, guys, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And do not forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is very, very important. We are going to be talking about the portfolio analysis, and of course I'll also touch base on wallets. So with that, it's Friday. Have yourself a wonderful day, by the way. Thank you for the support, guys. Appreciate you being on this channel. It's nice to see you always. And I also just put up a video this morning about IOTax, so go check that out. I do that regularly, by the way, about Engine, about other altcoins, just small short videos that I uploaded. So if you want to go check that out, let me in fact show you. I may have it here somewhere, by the way, on my Twitter. There you go. So check this out. This is, of course, one of the videos I did this morning. This is IOTax, full analysis, full technical analysis. So if you have this crypto in your portfolio, this video will be very, very useful for you. If you do not have it in your portfolio, you will get to learn about everything you need to know about IOTax, the break even, the price, the charts, the whales, the buying and selling, the chains and whatnot. So check this out. Check this video out if you're here. And of course, this is Invest Desk. This is the Twitter at invest_desk. So check it out. I'd appreciate you joining this too, so you can stay tuned and keep yourself updated. So yeah, quick summary. We talked about the top 5 crypto tax software that may help you for your crypto taxes. If you have any comments, questions, post in the comments area. That's super exciting. And of course, Doge is at 0.059. That's 0.0588. It's still hanging in there, so it's going up, and that's pretty good. All right, guys. So I gotta run. Thank you so much once again for your support and being on this channel. This is super exciting. It's Friday. Have yourself a wonderful day. Happy Friday to everyone, and I will see you guys tomorrow.